Ever pondered how removing a single thread from a finely woven tapestry could unravel the entire masterpiece? If you've ever seen a tapestry, you know it's a work of art, created by weaving different threads into a complex and beautiful pattern. Each thread, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, plays a critical role in the overall design. The same is true for our planet's ecosystem. Imagine our ecosystem as a grand tapestry, woven with threads representing different species of animals. Each animal, from the tiniest insect to the largest mammal, is a thread in this tapestry. Every thread is interconnected, each one contributing to the balance and health of our environment in its unique way. Take the humblebee, for example. It may seem insignificant in the grand scheme of things, but it's an essential thread in our ecosystem tapestry. Bees pollinate plants, which leads to the production of fruits, nuts, and vegetables. These foods, in turn, feed other animals and us, humans. Remove bees from the equation, and the ripple effects could be catastrophic. Similarly, larger animals like wolves play a significant role as well. They help control the population of other animals, like deer, which in turn affects the vegetation and the entire food chain. Pull the wolf thread out and watch as the ecosystem tapestry begins to fray. The point here is that every species is important. Each one holds a place in the ecosystem, and the removal of even one can cause a domino effect, upsetting the delicate balance of nature. Preservation of every species, therefore, is not just about saving that particular animal. It's about preserving the integrity of our entire ecosystem. Yes, it might seem like a daunting task, but remember, every thread counts. Just as a tapestry requires every thread to maintain its integrity, our ecosystem needs every animal for its survival. We must cherish and protect each thread, each animal, if we want to keep the tapestry of life intact. Have you heard of the butterfly effect, where a tiny flutter can trigger a hurricane across the globe? This fascinating concept isn't just applicable to weather patterns. It also holds true in the world of nature and wildlife. Consider an ecosystem as a complex web, where each thread represents a different species. Every thread is interconnected, forming a balanced and harmonious pattern. Now imagine what happens if we remove one thread, say a species of animal. The entire web begins to vibrate. The harmony is disrupted and the balance is lost. Let's dive into a real-world example. Once upon a time, wolves roamed freely in the vast wilderness of Yellowstone National Park. However, by the 1920s, hunting had driven them to local extinction. The absence of this apex predator had an unforeseen domino effect. Elk populations surged without the wolves to keep them in check. The overgrazing elk devastated plant populations, which in turn affected other animal species. Even the rivers changed their course due to increased soil erosion. But here's where the story takes a twist. In the mid-90s, wolves were reintroduced to Yellowstone. With the return of the wolves, the elk population was controlled, allowing vegetation to flourish again. This led to the return of various animal species, from beavers to birds. Even the rivers returned to their earlier paths. The reintroduction of a single species, the wolf, restored balance to an entire ecosystem. This is the butterfly effect in nature. The removal or addition of a single species can ripple through an ecosystem, leading to widespread changes. So, the next time we consider the importance of a single animal species, let's remember the wolves of Yellowstone. In this interconnected web of life, every creature, no matter how big or small, plays a vital role in maintaining the balance of our ecosystems. Disrupting this balance can lead to changes that are hard to predict and even harder to reverse. So, you see, even the smallest of changes can lead to drastic consequences in our ecosystem. Do you know who the biggest threat to animals is? It's not a predator, it's us, humans. We often view ourselves as separate from the natural world, but in reality, we are deeply intertwined with it. Our actions have a profound and far-reaching impact on all other living beings sharing this planet with us. Unfortunately, this impact is often detrimental. Human activities such as pollution, deforestation, and climate change are driving many animal species towards extinction. Consider pollution. Our oceans, once a pristine and vibrant underwater world, are now tainted with plastic waste and toxic chemicals. These pollutants harm marine life, from the smallest plankton to the largest whales, disrupting their natural behaviors and often leading to their premature deaths. Then we have deforestation. As we continue to clear vast tracts of forest for agriculture, logging, and urbanization, We are effectively evicting countless species from their homes. With nowhere to go and no way to adapt quickly enough, many of these displaced creatures find their survival hanging by a thread. And let's not forget about climate change. The rise in global temperatures, largely driven by our burning of fossil fuels, is causing drastic changes in weather patterns and ecosystems. Animals that have evolved over millions of years to thrive in specific environments are suddenly finding these habitats inhospitable. We cannot ignore the fact that our actions are pushing many species to the brink of extinction. But it's not all doom and gloom. We also have the capacity to turn this around. By adopting more sustainable practices such as reducing our waste, planting more trees, and shifting to renewable energy sources, we can begin to mitigate the harm we've caused. Moreover, we can use our voices to advocate for stronger environmental policies and protections for endangered species. We can educate ourselves and others about the importance of biodiversity and the role each species plays in the complex web of life. We, as humans, have the power to either destroy or protect our fellow inhabitants on Earth. The choice is ours. So, how can we ensure that our tapestry of life remains intact? Well, the answer lies within us. Each of us can play a crucial role in preserving the intricate web of life on Earth. There are tangible steps that we can all take to help save animals, and by extension, our planet. Firstly, we can reduce waste. This is more than just recycling. It means being conscious of our consumption, asking ourselves if we really need that extra plastic bag, or if we could use a reusable one instead. It means opting for items with less packaging, and when waste is unavoidable, ensuring that it is disposed of responsibly. Every piece of plastic we prevent from entering our oceans is a potential life saved. Next, we can support conservation efforts. This can be as simple as donating to a reputable organization working to protect a particular species or habitat. It could also mean volunteering our time to local conservation projects. Every dollar, every minute we dedicate helps to preserve the biodiversity of our planet. Additionally, we can spread awareness about the importance of every animal species. Not only the cute and cuddly ones, but also the less glamorous, often overlooked species that play just as crucial a role in our ecosystem. We can educate ourselves and others about the interconnectedness of all life on Earth, and the catastrophic effects that the loss of even one species can have. Finally, we can promote and practice empathy towards all living beings. This means acknowledging the intrinsic value of each animal, not just for what it can provide us, but for its own sake. It means recognizing that each creature has a role in the grand scheme of things, and respecting that role. So let's take action, not tomorrow, not next week, but today. Let's do our part to ensure that the tapestry of life remains vibrant and intact, because every thread matters, every animal matters. Remember, by saving animals, we are not just preserving them. We are safeguarding our ecosystem, our planet, and ultimately ourselves.